Hey guys, welcome to today's show. We are talking about home gym essentials today. So, what do you need inside your home gym? What even is a home gym? For some people, you might be asking, because I get this question a lot, and most people want to know, well, what equipment should I have at home? What things should I have available if I'm working out at home? And even if they go to a gym, what things should they have to supplement their workouts? And that's the popular confusion is that whether you're working out all the time. So some people are on the diehard home gym athletes. They have the full setup. That's where their gym is. And then there's the other side of people who are going to a gym maybe or go to group classes, but just want something to have to supplement that when they're at home. And whatever side you're on, having the right equipment and the right things in your home gym, whatever that gym means to you, can be huge for your physical progress and can be huge for things like mobility work, proactive prehab work, and even if you're just looking for things in a pinch to get a quick workout in. If you can't make it to the gym that day, they're nice to have on hand. So I want to talk today about what things you should be looking for, what things most people should have in their home gym, and what to consider getting. Some ideas that maybe you guys haven't thought of, or some things you should consider to have in your home gym. And whether that's, again, like I said, it could be a dedicated room, or it could be your full garage, or it could be a little space, little corner of one room. Either way, it's important to have the right things, the right tools on hand to help set you up for success. Now, the problem we see is that whether people are working out at home, sometimes they're investing in the wrong equipment. So sometimes they're spending more money or don't know how to use the equipment properly, or maybe they're, searching out the wrong things. Or there's the people that said they're already going to the gym, but they're looking for some things to do in between their gym days. They're looking for some things to do for recovery work. And that's what I want to talk about today is that what are the tools that you can have that will be the best based on your given situation. So we're going to talk about some of the must-haves that I think everyone should have, that I think most anyone will benefit from. We'll talk about some of the things that are the nice to have things, the things that either if you have the resources and space for it and you want to have them on hand, to keep those things on hand, or if you're in the if you're one of those that are working out regularly at home, those might be things to invest in. And then there's the things we'll talk about at the end that are either take up too much space, too much money, not necessarily needed based on for most people based on their goals. So let's talk through those three things to make sure that we can set you guys up for success, because this is a common question, and some of you guys might have been forced into home workouts due to, I don't know, say a global pandemic that came on and left you guys scrambling. Now we're going to talk in terms of the ideal sense. Unfortunately, with the state of the home gym equipment scene, I've seen a lot of price gouging. I've seen a lot of problems with equipment costing way too much or being way back ordered for months and months. So I'm speaking from an ideal sense. Hopefully that comes around, and hopefully the market catches up, and hopefully these things become reasonable again. But want to talk through a few of these different categories. So let's start with the must-haves, the things that I think everyone should have on hand and that most anyone will benefit from. First thing I think is a couple of kettlebells, and I think at least two kettlebells. I think having a light size kettlebell and a moderate to heavy-ish one. Now that's going to look different person to person based on your strength level. For guys listening, tend to say that's probably something in the 25-pound range and the 50-pound range might be good starting points in terms of light and moderate to heavy-ish, depending on, again, your strength level. But why these are so valuable is that, one, I think if you're forced to work out in a pinch, there are a ton of things you can do that can be extremely effective. That can even be just picking that up, swinging with it, squatting it, pressing it, carrying it, doing those things. They're a very versatile tool. And from the strength side of things, if you're looking to get a quick workout in, they add so much to something that might have been designed as a body weight workout. So I'd rather have a moderate or even a light kettlebell and be able to do squats with that instead of having to crank out, 50 or 100 air squats or doing a bunch of, burpees or push-ups. There's things you can do. Having even that little bit of weight can make a big difference in terms of actually building some strength, and they don't take up much room. They're easy to store, and they're extremely versatile. Now, even if you're not looking for the strength side of it or the workout side of it, kettlebells make for a great mobility tool. especially in between workout days. There's a lot of shoulder health things, especially that you can do. Some just hinging work where you're deadlifting a light kettlebell can work wonders for the low back and hamstrings. Doing things like kettlebell halos, you can look those up. Things like kettlebell arm bars are great for just general mobility and shoulder health as well, and some great ways that you can get some mobility work as well. And that's why I think that those kettlebells should be kind of must-haves for anyone, whether you're on the strength side of things or just the preventive side of things. The second thing would be bands, and there's two types of bands specifically. I think mini bands are great. Those are the little looped ones that you'll see. We get ours from Perform Better. I'm sure they're all over Amazon. You can find different ones, but these are great for a lot of the warm-up work, mobility work, preventative, proactive work. I like things like lateral band walks. There's different hip strengtheners you can do with it. There's some things you can do for your shoulders to help them. But again, a very versatile thing that you can take when traveling with you. They fold up into about zero space. You can store them very easily. Most people store them so well that they actually lose them. So we have to give them more of them. Don't store them that well. Make sure you know where you put them. But the other second side of bands would be the mobility bands. So these are the longer bands you tend to see. And again, I have a lot of routines up on my YouTube channel. If you search my name, Dave Pachkowski, I know it's a mouthful to spell, so look it up in the podcast title. But the mobility band exercise you can do are great for the hips, the back, the shoulders. You can do more strength work, a lot of like pull aparts, shoulder corrective work, postural work for it. There's all sorts of routines you can do with those as well. So again, these are things that you can turn into a workout or you can turn into recovery. And I love things that can tie in both I can build strength and I can also build mobility and build healthier joints and get a workout while doing it. And that's what these bands can do. Last thing I would argue that should be in anyone's home gym repertoire would be a pull-up bar. Now, a pull-up bar, you can find anything to hang from. If you have something around your place that can replace it, that's great. Now, whether you're doing pull-ups, I think pull-ups are a great, absolutely phenomenal exercise that are hard to get from other ways. It's hard to, if you don't have weights and you're trying to do all body weight work, it's hard to get the same benefit of a pull-up. Now, even if you're looking to, again, not necessarily work out with it, or maybe you're like, hey, I can't do any pull-ups. I love having people just hanging from a bar, passive hangs where you're just literally letting everything relax, letting everything stretch out, or we call active hangs where you're pulling those scaps down, you're pulling those shoulder blades down and actually strengthening through that positioning, strengthening grip. Great for posture, great for shoulder health. So those are things that I think people should be doing more often in general. And there's different core things you can do with it. There's all sorts of different things you can do with a pull-up bar as well. So one of those things that I think would fall into the must-have category as well for most people. Okay, next I want to move to the nice to haves. This might be more for the hardcore gym or the ones that are working out multiple times at home and actually trying for a workout. These are the things we're going to start getting into that would go beyond if you're already working out somewhere else. And these would be things, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on these, but sandbags. I love sandbags, a great versatile tool that you can do carries with, squats with, presses with. They're a little less conventional than a normal barbell or dumbbell and really add a different stimulus. Dumbbells. Now, I don't think everyone needs dumbbells, but if you are doing more workouts at home, having a nice set of dumbbells can be really valuable. A barbell, if you have the space for it and the setup for it, barbell, bumper plates, a rack, a bench, those things are things that if you're working out regularly at home, I do think are beneficial to have. Again, not necessary. Even if you're just working out at home, it's not something that's necessary. None of these things are necessary. You can get fit with just body weight if you have the right knowledge and the right resources to do that. But having these other tools will definitely help increase that. A couple other things that I would put in the nice to have category. A bike or a rower. I love the assault bike for conditioning for a lot of different reasons. I love a rower just for getting some general cardio when you can't get outside and maybe run or do walking if the weather doesn't permit where you're at. These things can be great tools to have as either active recovery or you can get quite a good workout on these as well. Another thing I would throw into there would be TRX, the TRX bands, suspension straps, or anything similar. These can be great for, again, assisted body weight work, building up some general strength, really easy on the joints. People enjoy using them and they're good to use as well. So those would be some of the things I have in the nice to haves category. Last thing we're going to go over, the probably not worth it category. I just tend to throw most machines in here because, and this is the only thing I have in the probably not worth it category, just because I think machines they take up a lot of space. They're usually very expensive, and they, even if you're going to go machine with something like a pulley machine would maybe be the one I would lean towards, but most machines don't have a ton of uses to get you a lot of benefit for the cost that it's going to be putting out. Some of these machines are, $1,000 or even a couple $1,000, and you can uh, equip a whole room full of other equipment and free weight things and other things with that same cost. So that's why I put machines in there. I'm not against machines. I enjoy using them at times, but I think going to a gym to supplement that can be a better option than investing in that, because they're cumbersome, and they're not as versatile as some of the other things that we mentioned. So that's what I would throw into that category. And that's the main thing I would have in there. There's some other things that, probably aren't worth it. Some more of the accessory type tools. You think things like, um, you know, Bosu balls or any other fancy, like perfect push-up equipment. Shake weights might fall into there. I've never actually used one, so I'm not going to judge it. But some of these things that are, more specialized, I think more specialized things to maybe stay away from, in favor of some more of the general things that you can do a lot of more compound movements on. Hopefully that's helpful, guys. That's just a list I want to get you guys in terms of the must-haves, the nice-to-haves, and the probably not worth it. And hopefully that at least gets you guys started in the right path. If you guys do have any specific questions, would love to hear from you. If you guys have any home gym questions, my email and Instagram are there in the show notes. Feel free to reach out. Love interacting with you guys. I'm always happy to see when you guys do reach out and send messages with either questions on that or just suggestions for other topics that you want to see more of. And this is one that's been coming up a lot, so wanted to do an episode on this for you guys. But wherever you're at on your home gym journey, I do think having some kind of home gym setup, dedicate a corner, at least dedicate a room, dedicate something to having for it, because it becomes valuable when life gets busy, when the day gets away from you, when, global pandemics happen. You're prepared then. You can do something. It might not be your ideal. It might not have everything you need, but having a few of these key items can really take your physical and mental fitness to the next level by being able to stick with it and stay consistent. So let me know if you guys do have questions on that. Take those, try and get those must-have items. Try and see if you can get your hands on them. I know the equipment's kind of crazy right now, but do your best to start building this out. And it doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to happen today. These can be slow things over time. So slowly accumulate the things, find the things you need, and slowly add those to your home gym to just continue to be more effective with your fitness journey. So if you guys need anything, reach out. If you guys are looking for more resources in terms of reaching your best health, I did put together the High Performance Health Starter Kit for you guys. That's free and in the show notes as well. Free download for you guys, covering mindset, fitness, nutrition, stress, sleep management, and some other strategies, some habits to help take you guys to the next level with your health. So make sure to check that out as well. Reach out if you guys need anything, and I will see you guys soon.